Okay, welcome, everybody. Just catching up here. Just want to make sure that I'm live everywhere where I need to be live, and we can start up. I am running a tad bit late. I was chasing two matches. Khante, the other one is going to be abandoned, but it's okay. We are here. You're just gonna have to listen to me when I speak about some of the stats and all of that stuff. But welcome to the Overthinking Football Show. My name is Mokwena. I am your host, and this is the show that is all about South African football, African football, and every now and then we dip our toes into Europe. But today I bring you Gallants versus Mamelodi Sundowns. I bring you Gallants versus Mamelodi Sundowns. An interesting game, especially since Pirates manaidali today and Genangi Pirates today. Pirates, of course, having their match abandoned due to a waterlogged pitch. Mamelodi Sundowns, Mother Nature. They're just making matches be abandoned because they're overwatering. But in any case, guys, no, Orlando Pirates versus Golden Arrows has been abandoned. So according to the match commissioner, we're going to find out later on. The PSL has to sit down and decide on what is going to happen with that game. So it's probably going to be a replay, but it's up to the PSL to sit down. So many games having to be abandoned. Chiefs is meant to be playing on Friday. You should have played the ball. Uya tribula. Waterlogged pitch, guys. It's been raining all across South Africa very heavily. So, Pirates this time was like, no, we're not going to play on wet pitches after what happened. Okay, anyway, when you look at this game, this is with Mamelodi Sundowns versus Marumo Gallants. Two teams on two opposite sides of the table. Gallants, number 14, 16 games played, 4 wins, 3 draws, and 9 losses. They've only scored 13 goals, and they've conceded 27, for a grand total of 15 points. Mamelodi Sundowns, on the other hand, top of the table, number 1, 16 games played, 14 wins, no draws, and 2 losses. They've scored 35 goals, they've conceded 7, and they've amassed 42 points. Up to this point. In the last 5 games, Mamelodi Sundowns has 4 wins and 1 loss. The loss, of course, coming versus TS Galaxy on the 11th of February, whereas Marumo Gallants on their side has 2 wins, 2 losses, and a draw. Last game out being a win versus Amazulu. A result that they overturned from the game before that on the 7th of Feb, where they lost 2-0 to Amazulu. In the last 5 games, Marumo Gallants has not been able to get not even one point nyana, not a draw nyana. Versus this Mamelodi Sundowns team. All 5 games in the last 5 games have been won by Mamelodi Sundowns. Last game out was on the 10th of November 2024, when Mamelodi Sundowns beat Marumo Gallants 2-0, and before that they beat them 4-1 on the 24th of September 2024. Sorry, but Chiefs. Can't say, but 4-1 is it's a touchy score, man. It's a touchy score. I'm sorry. Okay. The starting lineups are as follows. You have Onyango in goal, Mokwena, Kekana, Suarez, Adams, Ribeiro, Mudiba, Allende, Reyners, Morena, and Shalile. Then on the Marumo Gallants side, Washington, Arubi in goal, Skosana, Kumalo, Chabatsabe, Ntateni, Manaka, Msendami, Nemtajela, Dion, Sitole, and Zindoga is the starting lineup there for Marumo Gallants. Okay. Now that I've gone through all of the different formalities.
Hello. Hi. How are you?
I hope you guys are good. It's Marumo Gallants versus Mamelodi Sundowns. GNU, is the GNU together for this game? Because, the PSL tried to split the GNU up. Now the Pirates fans can focus on Mamelodi Sundowns. The Chiefs fans, Litenko GNU.
The GNU will not last long.
Litenko GNU. Angisi happy. Why pick Sana, man? I was waiting. The way Pirates fans have gotten on top. I was waiting. Okay, so here comes Mamelodi Sundowns. Very attacking in the first part of this game. Very, very attacking. If there's one thing about this game is that Gallants, Dance's teams tend to want to play football. They want to play. They want to open up. They want to go pound for pound, which sometimes suits Sundowns a lot more. They're coming out in this game and they're actually trying to push very hard to get something early, Mamelodi Sundowns, committing a lot of players, running hard very early on. There was a chance there by Gallants to maybe play a ball into the box, which wasn't played early enough, or it wasn't looked at as an opportunity. If you want to score versus Sundowns and you want to play football versus Sundowns, you have to make all of your counter-attacks count. Yay. Oh, Gallants' defense is disorganized. Oh, Buga. Oh, look at that. Hey, Kitibang, that's the back. Kitibang for real. DNU won't succeed today, says Uskara. We were behind arrows, says Papa Khosi. So have you turned your attention to the Free State? If they try and do what TS Galaxy did, I see a draw. Look, TS Galaxy was really good in the structure of their defense. That back five with two midfielders in front was incredible. And I think that one of the most underrated players this season, Zajmovic, showed a little bit of his class as a player that can play a 10-ish 9. You know, they try and control that. So if there's a lesson that Gallants can get from this, is that if you can overwhelm Sundowns a little bit, you can maybe get something from this game. Oh, Reina's making it back into the team. It's been a while. Matthews getting that red card gives Reina's the chance to come inside. Can Reina's do what Matthews does? I don't think so. What's happening with the Orlando Pirates game? Waterlogged pitch. Game has been abandoned. Will probably be replayed on a different day. It's not new. We've had this thing. Pirates has actually had this thing this season with Cape Town City. The Pirates game is not playing. It's not playing. It has been abandoned because of a waterlogged pitch, to the point where the match commissioner said, guys, Masivali. So for the rest of the season, is Sundowns, first season Sundowns is going RMR or Shalulile. Not RMR, not just Shalulile. It's going to be SMR. Shalulile Matthews Ribeiro. That's what I think it is. I think Ureina's going to have to pick up his socks, because Sundowns doesn't play the football. Ureina's needs. So yeah, that's the tough part. Meaning against Sundowns is useless, says Papa Khosi. Papa Khosi, alewati Pirates bakeche. You guys are fine with Mamelodi Sundowns running away with it. That's very interesting. It looks like Arubi might be facing a bit of an injury. Might have pulled something. Dance Malisela, the guy who really wants to coach Orlando Pirates. Mapahania, would you take Dance at any point? Would you take Dance to coach your team? He's complained about it. Damn, it's always so crazy to see Bloemfontein Celtic fans, man. Hey. Shabalala Wasenza with that team. Then Raleigh M is also now struggling. Yo, way. Tough, man. Let's see, Khanti, where is Golden Arrow's home ground? Hammersdale. Well, the one for today was Hammersdale. Umalanga Stadium. I'm not a Pagania, but no, Arubi running away like Sirido. Iskara. Oh, shame, Celtic fans, Butali. Soweto was beaten by Pretoria. What does that say? Zugisa.
Let me answer that question on Monday.
Why are you asking tough questions today? It's not Pretoria versus Soweto today. Please leave us alone.
Why don't you ask positive questions? Something nice.
Something nice, Nje. 40 position 2 is still available. For who, Papa Khos? For who? They must buy the status back. They don't have the money. He's holding on to the IP, but they don't have the money to go and buy. Rumor has it that there's going to be an auction, and the bids are going to be starting at 15 million. So Royal AM could be bought for 15 million, allegedly, according to the auction. Whatever auction SARS is doing, they want at least 15 million for them. So that's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen. I see a draw. Galaxy and Sundowns, says Senzo. Possibly the best fans in the league, says MJ. But they're homeless. They're teamless. Sundowns must win, says Maswanabe or Masonwabe. For us all, so GNU makes sense versus Pirates. Sky says no draw. Butali says, can't they do something like a collaboration to get Bloemfontein and Celtic back, the owners? I don't know. A lot of the time, our owners are coming out of their own pockets, which doesn't make sense. But they're coming out of their own pockets. They're not doing consortium deals and things like that. So that's interesting. There was a team in the first division. Guys, please remind me. There is a team in the first division that gave up their spot. Or was it ABC that gave up their spot and said, no, they're going to go find other funding options. In order for them to get this team back. I'm just forgetting who it was, man. But there was a team. It looked like they wanted to go get some money to buy a status. Oh, have you realized that Gallants keepers always have an injury when they play against Sundowns? Really is what? I've never taken notice of that. So is it a coincidence, or are you coming with a conspiracy theory? Ketelo says Dan Dance is not ready to coach Orlando Pirates. Ketelo, will he ever be ready? So, okay, let me ask that question. Pirates fans, now Dan Dance Lana, we know that he's got a trophy himself. He won the Nedbank Cup with TS Galaxy. We know that he's a stability coach there in the league. What would a coach like Dan Dance have to do in order for him to be looked at by Orlando Pirates, by Kaizer Chiefs, by Mamelodi Sundowns? What would he have to achieve in order to be able to come in? Oh, still trying to play the ball out from the back with Onyango. Still doing that with Onyango. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Suarez. Sundowns gave us a fire 7 minutes. They really wanted to score early on. But now they've gone back to just holding the ball a little bit. Maybe this gives Gallants a chance to also get their defense more structured, calm down a little, not rushing. No, not rushing, not doing all of those things they were doing in the beginning. Which pockets should they come out of? One-man squad. If you're not a billionaire, you'll be gone. Well, Butali, usually the owners don't spend their own money. So like in football, in other sports worldwide, what they do is they put together a consortium and then they become the head of the consortium, but then they only put in a fraction of the money. So if you look at Chelsea, is it Clear Lake or Crystal Lake Capital is a hedge fund that raised the money and then they just run it on behalf of other people. Right? FSG have literal companies. So for example, the Arsenal owner, Stan Kroenke, created a completely different company, Kroenke Sports and Entertainment, that leverages the different assets of the teams for him to be able to buy other teams. He owns the Denver Nuggets, he owns Arsenal, he owns the Colorado something, I'm forgetting, Rapids. He owns a bunch of teams under that entity so that his own money is safe. And then they go and generate money elsewhere via loans, via other people putting in money. They usually have a bunch of people coming in. So we are a very interesting place. Even in rugby, Motsepe and Rupert own 67% of the Bulls. They're the majority owners of the Bulls together as a consortium. Stellenbosch is not owned directly by Rupert with his money. It's owned via Remgro and the Stellenbosch Academy of Sports, which is the thing they've put together to protect them. You see what's happening with Royal AM right now? would never happen with Motsepe, would never happen with Abu Rupert. Not just about the money, but it's the way that they've structured their money. So that's what I mean when I say that. So a lot of the time they take a huge loan and then back it with proceeds from the team, profits from the team. And then they just pay back that loan and don't touch their own money necessarily straight up. Last time when they played at Loftus, so teams are going to play like this every time they play Sundowns, says Katlejo. It's the only way. Then can he assist Chiefs, says Sky. But would you take him as head coach? We won't want 10-10s, take him at Chiefs. But will we want 10-10s? OT, we don't talk about 10-10s, Nedbank Cup win, leave it. Okay. OT, be active as yesterday. I was active yesterday because of the score. Hi, Alson Tabi. OT, which channel are you watching? It's 202, K-Sada, 202. Some of us have load shedding. Can you commentate, my boss? Hey, I'm not a commentator, but I'll try. 17 minutes in, it is 0-0. The game started very hot with Mamelodi Sundowns coming out and really pressing Gallants. It looked like they wanted to get a goal early. Gallants' defense was all over the place. But now it seems like the game has calmed down a little bit in the last 5 minutes or so. Gallants is going back into a back five. They are adopting what ETS Galaxy did to Mamelodi Sundowns, which basically means that you have a back five, two people in front of the back five that are just, they cover, they go and seek, they go and sweep, and then you have three players that play as the front players. Mamelodi Sundowns always struggles a little bit with, if you have a little bit of physicality up front, there are Rolls Royces of defenders. They don't want to tackle, they don't want to get into fights. But if you can get them into fights and uba kudluze kancane, you can maybe open up some space for secondary players to come in and play the ball. But up to this point, Gallants seems to be sitting back, I guess as they should, and trying to rob Reyners of space in behind. That is going to be the order of the day, especially when you see Reyners. Reyners can't do. Eban, uskipa polo. Reyners can't do what Matthews can in terms of movement. So that's very interesting. So it means anybody can be a club owner because they don't use their own money. If you can raise the capital, the ultra rich rarely, R-A-R-E-L-Y, rarely use their own money for these type of things. They always hide it behind a trust or hide it behind whatever. Like, for example, with Sundowns, Motsepe Foundation, it's technically Motsepe Foundation that you have to go through. So Tate Motsepe used to say that back in the day, if you needed to do a signing quickly, you'd come to him and he'd have to sign off before the rest of the board of Motsepe Foundation saw. So it's those type of things. Okay, I get it, OT. It's like Citigroup. Exactly, Citigroup. The most famous ones are the NFL guys, but it's like any other investment. So Warren Buffett doesn't use his money, or he used a portion of his money. Then Berkshire Hathaway comes with the other money, and that's how he invests. It's a way to keep your liabilities low. There's the chance. Ball played in, header from Adams, just over. A cross played in and a free header for Adams. But football teams are not profitable, so it means you're going to use your money anyways. Well, Butlali, the problem with South African teams is that we don't have assets. The reason why you buy teams that side is because teams usually come with a stadium, training complexes. You usually own the area around there, so you can charge rent and things like that. Then you can use that as an asset to go get something else. So, for example, Tate Motsepe could use his ownership stake in the Bulls and his ownership stake in Mamelodi Sundowns to say, okay, in Pretoria, these are my assets. And this is what my assets are worth altogether. Let's go get more money to go do something else. So that's why our owners are usually short-sighted. And it's allegedly only used as a scheme to wash money, not as a scheme to grow assets. Right? Because there's a value to the squad of Mamelodi Sundowns. There's a value to Klorkop. There's a value to, the different things that they have there. And theoretically, you could take all that, the value, and go to the bank and say, okay, I want to borrow against this thing, which is what our Stan Kroenke do. So when Stan Kroenke was building SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, one of the most expensive stadiums in the world, what he did was he said, I own Arsenal. Arsenal has the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal has this and this. So you can give me a loan that's worth, I don't know, $10 billion. And I'm going to take 5 billion of that and put it towards building a stadium. But then I'm going to convince the municipality to give me the other 5. It's very interesting the way they do business. Lana. Velile says, please take us serious. Take you seriously how, Velile? Team yako haifuni ukudlala. They learned their lesson about wet pitches. Yes, I'd get into trouble with sound. Apologies for that. Abuti Pirates and Arrows are playing. It's not playing. It's been abandoned. The game has been abandoned. Oh yes, only Chiefs and Sundowns have training facilities and no one owns a stadium. Why don't companies buy PSL teams? Example, Bidvest Vids. Technically, Bidvest Vids was owned by Bidvest, but Bidvest could not keep throwing money into a dark hole. If you want to own a team here, you have to have other goals that will bring you money. So, for example, what they say about Patrice Motsepe is that he always wanted to be inside football. There we go, 4v3. Make the right choice. Why aren't you passing at the right time? Oh. This is the second time Maruma Gallants have a break where they've won the ball back, and instead of playing the ball through early so that you can get a guy free, on the right-hand side, there was a free player. They hold on to the ball. Earlier on, they were on the right-hand side and could have played an early ball across, and they decided to hold the ball. And that's the decision-making at PSL, guys. Decision-making at PSL, guys. Anyway, I was explaining. Patrice Motsepe, the conspiracy theory argument is that he's always been wanted to be a part of football for different reasons. So Patrice Motsepe needed to have a team in order to come into SAFA. He once tried to be SAFA head, if I'm not mistaken, and they told him that, no, guy, you have to have a team. And that got him into CAF. And CAF, I have to be very careful. Him being in charge of CAF allowed him to do something that could be very profitable for him on the side. But I don't want to speak about it because I'm not in the mood to fight billionaires. There's also another team that he owns that's quiet, but yeah, let me not go there. You. No, Velile. It's not that Dan must go coach Pirates. Mina ngiyabuza ukuthi if he wanted to coach Pirates, what would Dan have to do within the league for him to go and coach Pirates? What would he have to do? Because, you know, it's the similar thing. I know Fadlu got a chance with Pirates, but Fadlu is now doing wonderful things. Lapagu Simba. Is that enough? Did wonderful things as an assistant in Morocco. Is that maybe the stumbling block? Because abanye spaleta lana without a CV, a strong, as well as a CV, says Pela Uti comes from Europe. So what would Tentens have to do? What would Putimo have to do? What would El Sonolo Siema have to do to coach Pirates? I'm just asking. It's just a thought exercise. Out of curiosity, do you think Tele will make some... Tele, Chief Tele? I don't know. He still needs something more. This thing about South African owners is interesting. No, it's a lot. So what will happen because I bet Pirates today? Born for Greatness says spill the beans. I am not spilling any beans. Yo, I'm not spilling any beans. I'm not about that life. Yo, guys, I'm not a journalist. I'm not backed by people. So I'm not going to become a martyr. Yeah. Yes, you have to love football and have to be a businessman to get into this business because there's no money. There is money, but you have to be smart about it. There is money. You look at Cape Town City, most of their expenses are taken care of. Comities isn't paying a lot. They even convinced the municipality to buy tickets. So on the books, every match, Cape Town City is sold out, right? And he's standing in the city of Cape Town is going to be able to give him something. I don't want to get into these things deeply, but they're able to give you something. So if you're smart about how you get into the business, then you can make a lot of money. But if you're not, and you're just buying it for allegedly money washing or allegedly just because you love this football thing, then you're not going to make money. You're not going to make money. Nangali is the same thing with teams from around the world. Sundowns would be a brilliant assistant coach and eventually the head coach. I still say Reina's and Shalule combination does not work. Never. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Reina's and Shasha run into the same spaces, but also Reina's Shem, he's one-dimensional in the way that he plays. So if it's not counter-attacking football, where you are taking advantage of the space in behind defenses, if you're playing versus a low block, you're not going to see Reina's. Matthews, I think Matthews understands movement a little bit more. So he understands where to go when Shalulia's got the ball, where to go when the ball is doing this and that. He's I don't want to say smarter, but he can do a lot more things. Whereas Reina, the one thing that he can do so well. You get me? And this was the question I was asking earlier, that Reina's, is it over for him at Sundowns? Not over, but is it over for him as a starter? Because Cardoso doesn't play the football that Mangoba played it. Coach Mangoba wanted a heavy transitional football. Heavy transitional football. Heavy counter-attacking, cash team sleeping, RMR, 3 versus 2, do those things, catch a team off. This Cardoso doesn't care for that. Cardoso just goes, you know what, guys, Sialtunga, I need you guys to be smarter with your movement up front. Unfortunately not. Copyright, guys. Copyright. Pirates channel 1. Pirates is not playing. The game was abandoned. Mandla Ngigazi and 10 maybe could. What happened to Ngigazi? Pirates fans, why didn't you guys want to give Ngigazi the job full time? Because Akira, he had it with Fadlu. They got to the final of the CAF Confed. I think they lost to RS Berkane. They got to the final of the Confed and then they never got those jobs. Or do you think Mandla was like, "Hey man, I'm so comfortable here as an assistant coach. Why give myself the pressure of being head coach?" You know those guys that are like, don't give me the top job, guys. So why did committees get into this if he doesn't have love for the game? It's his business or what? There is a love for the game, but he's structured it in such a way that Cape Town City is probably one of the closest to being profitable in terms of a club. So I think it's one of those things. And also, it does give you a leg into other stuff, right? It does allow you to do other things, especially within, let's say, the city of Cape Town, for his own businesses on the side, let's say. So there is things, man. There are things you can do. Like, for example, guys, Amazulu is owned by Babzungu. One of the sponsors of Amazulu is Greenrod and Zogu Investments, which means that you can then take your CSI money and funnel it into a team, for example, and basically fund your own operations that way. There's a lot of benefits to owning clubs, a lot of benefits, tax benefits, things like that. So it's not all a black hole. But if you can't come up with the 80 million a year that you need to run a club, it's a problem. 30 minutes in, it is 0-0. Hi guys, possession 71, Mamelodi Sundowns, but they haven't seen a clear chance. Oh, there's one from Ribeiro taking a shot from far. Guys, this is what Sundowns is going to have to play against. Low blocks. This is what Sundowns is going to have to play against. And this one, Gallants is going to open up at some point. They're not as disciplined for them to stay awake for the whole time. So it's going to be interesting. Okay, let's see. I see a draw here, says Big Sid. Reina's was fine for Mangoba Paul, says Ketelo. Does salary cap work in SA football? Because Sundown squad is a cheat code. Do you know why you'd never have financial fair play in the league? Because financial fair play and things like salary caps hurt other teams more than it benefits them. It'll hurt other teams more than it'll hurt Sundowns achieve the Pirates. Financial fair play is a doctrine that says you need to spend as much as you earn. So Mamelodi Sundowns could theoretically tomorrow, they're already doing it with Red Bull. They're already doing it with some of the sponsors they're bringing in. They're doing it with the funeral plan. Mamelodi Sundowns could tomorrow, as a team that is the flagship team in Africa for South Africa, a Club World Cup competitor, things like that, they could tomorrow, if they wanted to, announce 10 sponsors. And by financial fair play, they would have made enough money or be able to show enough money that, no, we've got the sponsors for it. We've got the sponsors for it. But here's the murky part. The murky part is a lot of the teams are funded directly by owners. And that could be looked at as money that is not earned by the team, which then makes a cap. So in England right now, there's a cap on how much you can spend PSR, how much owners can put in directly. You can pay for the training grounds, you can do all of that stuff, but there's a cap on how much money you can put in directly from your own pockets. If the PSL is being run by owners who are taking money out of their own pockets, it means that if we're going to financial fair play, a lot of them wouldn't be able to spend the way that they're spending right now. And those teams would die merely because the owners are the ones funding the teams. So it's interesting. Salary cap would be interesting because that's a different kind of model. But what would the spending amount be? Because again, a lot of these teams are eating off of Mamelodi Sundowns, Pirates, Chiefs, those type of players coming in with 10 million and balancing their books that way. So, interesting chat. Is Mokwena on the bench? No, Mokwena's on the pitch. Mokwena's playing. Two defenders is crazy unless Mudiba's playing defense. Now, but most PSL teams won't be able to punish you. Gallants has already shown twice that they can get into position, they just can't make the right choice. Allegedly, Mr. Zungu runs Amazulu through Zungu Investments. Allegedly, but that's what you do. So you don't make yourself liable. You put it through a separate company, which is a separate juristic person. So if there's liabilities, the liabilities don't fall on you directly. But also it's a way to shield your own money. So you'd be running it from the profits of Zungu Investments, for example. And Sundowns just score once, Pela Ribechile. Ribechati. Pirates is postponed. Yeah, no, it's abandoned. Anyway, guys, hi, guys. We're supposed to be watching a game. How do you guys feel about the game so far? I think Sundowns hasn't looked as fluid as normal, but the problem is that Maruma Gallants, I don't think they'll be able to be focused for the whole game. Gallants is one of those teams that is going to fall asleep at some point, and Sundowns will take advantage of them. They are playing relatively well in terms of the structure that they have, which is actually shocking because Dan Dance is more of an attacking coach. He's more of a coach that wants to ping the ball and play, and he usually gets punished because of that pound for pound method that he likes to play. So very, very controlled performance from Gallants. Sundowns will have to start taking those shots from outside the box. I think it's the best way to try and open up a team. I am against going wide to try play a low block or a mid block or try and break a low block or mid block. I feel like Mamelodi Sundowns players, they just have to come closer to each other, play the 1-2s and take the snapshots so that at least you got the DMs have to come out and meet your players, and that'll open some spaces. Reyners is cooked, man. But watch him score. Reyners is cooked. Maybe this is a game for sales. Artur Salash. Maybe that's a game for him because he does like to drop in, and he could probably give Ribeiro a goal or two here. I know he's not the favorite, but yeah. He's more of a 10. He's a 10-ish 9 than a 9. He doesn't like scoring. He can't score, but he loves to assist. How are you, Wendy? Welcome. Korani says red card. Watch this team score 4 goals out of nowhere, says Mr. Sir. No, I think Sales could be great in this game. I think this is a Sales game, to be honest with you. Because he likes to pass the ball around, this could be a Sales game. Not to score, but Ribeiro probably scores. If you see now, Niapi. Oh, South African players love vibes, guys. Why do we turn around, man? Oh, whoa! Gallants! Cross and goal! Cross and goal! Maruma Gallants! Cross and goal! Maruma Gallants has taken the lead! Oh, Nkosiami! Oh, Nkosiami! 1-0! Oh, wow! Mamelodi Sundowns! Kathogo! Okay, 10-10s. Okay, 10-10s. Yeah, Sundowns and crosses. Sundowns and crosses. Okay, 10-10s. Yeah? They came with a game plan. Oh, pitiful defending for that cross. Was that Mudiba? Then they're both pointing. Why are they pointing? Mudiba, you're the one who's out of position. Why are you pointing? Mudiba tried to blame come on, Suarez there. Hi guys, hey yo.
Ziyakhala anyways loudspeaker and I couldn't it off. I don't couldn't it off. Ziyakhala like much.
Guys,
Ziyakhala like much.
is Gallants going to TS Galaxy Sundowns? Junior Dion with the goal. Okay, here comes Sundowns. Let's see if they can reply. You're going wide. For what? You're going wide. For what? Oh, yo. They said the league is gone. So Nwabile. Fura says, copyright, guys. Copyright. Oti, what happened? That happiness won't last long. You just woke the snake. Minangas, I don't know about snakes. All I know is that it's 1-0. 10 ball says MK. Sundowns will come back. Cardoso must go, says Prati. Kana Prati, what do you support before? But I want you to just say it. Ubona kotsi? You see the kotsi? You see the kotsi? Calling into of I wished him at Chiefs a while back. Maritlaring, good game by them, says MK. Alibaba says, come on, Marumo. Mr. Sir says, hey, Mara, we know 10-10's ball and move. I think that's what's shocking me about 10-10's ball today. It's been a very defensively structured performance so far from Gallants. It's not pound for pound like normal 10-10's ball. That's what's interesting me. And guys, is that not the cheat code then? Pass the ball versus Sundowns, and you might score a goal. This is what Makesi was doing to Sundowns. Is this maybe the cheat code? Aerial ball, Sundowns. Ziyakhala is the good loudspeaker. This says up the parks. Hey, Ninandlali. Oh. I see a Kotsi, Siaminya FC in full force, says Pilani. Semikosi says, OT, you once said they'll give you chances, but it's up to you to take them. Well, that was about Pirates. But even Sundowns, I guess what I'll say about Sundowns is that if you actually go at them, you can get something. And a lot of teams have been afraid of Sundowns, going at Sundowns, because of obviously the reputation of Mamelodi Sundowns. Now, when I say go at them, it doesn't mean you must be stupid and you must just throw everybody forward. It also means that you have to be measured in how you're going to approach the game. Goal. Ribeiro. Ribeiro.
Bafana, man. What?
Rani says this is how you beat Sundowns. Score first and frustrate them. I hate these many games in hand, especially if Sundowns wins today. Suarez drank us. It wasn't Suarez, guys. Who's supposed to be far post? That other team got beaten forward. This plan B coach will regret his strategy soon. Always waiting for plan B, says Lusa. Reminder, Pirates beat them 7. Wasn't it 7-1? Oh, 8-1. Sorry, 8-1. Yes, Maruma. I was confusing them with Golden Arrows. Now, so I'm proud of the Gallants. They must now defend until you're done. Why there's a Kaizer Chiefs badge on? There's a Kaizer Chiefs badge on my screen. Where? No Kaizer Chiefs badge on my screen. It's a mid-low. Yeah, it's mid-low block time, but they need to look. Okay, be defensive. What do we say? Be defensive, but also have an offensive strategy. So, for example, I don't want to see Junior de Jong going back. Junior de Jong's focus today must be when the ball gets cleared, I must put the Sundowns defense under pressure. When the ball gets cleared, I must deal with them. Or have two players ready for the counter, just to keep them busy. When you get the ball, play the ball into the spaces on the right and the left-hand side. Make the defenders have to go and run and chase the ball in space, because you see where Morena is, you see where Mudiba picks up. So don't make the mistake of sending everybody back, because you will get punished that way. 42 minutes in, remember halftime, I'm going to let some people in, 5 people in, we'll have a conversation about what is happening halftime. And then if we can get to 35,000 likes, I will keep it open and everybody can jump in. Happy Kopari gift, guys. Thank you, Tele. Thank you, Papa Tsecho. Thank you, Sponelo. Thank you, Sugar. Thank you, Serge. Thank you, Ketla. Let me just get the full names just to be. Uketla Shandu, thank you for the gifts that side. Serge, thank you. Papa Khosi, thank you. Sugar Spice. Tanasekaya, thank you. Zamenzi Mtizo, thank you so much. My tears are beginning to dry, says Zabenzi. Agent over, I can say. Well, like Shubi, like Bob. Says Stereophonic. Dealing with the second ball is a huge weakness in the PSL. Aerial balls in general. Aerial balls in general. But I also think they try and use the second ball odd. Like Hugo Bruce uses the second ball by way of playing that first ball in. Mahupa wins that ball, and then now you're in the attacking spaces. It's up to your other attackers to be awake. Mara, just in general, I don't think we do well with it. Put up Kevin Hunt for that thing. Balesh must come in for Reina, says Korani. Rabelani says the way Gallants plays that annoys me. We might lose here. We must use open chances otherwise. Well, it's about shooting. I think it's going to be long range for you guys. Oh, you should have let it go. Guys, the Gallants is doing everything right, Mara. The final pass. Yeah, I was about to say, does he want to quit while he's ahead? Is there? Oh, my bad. I'm so sorry. Actually, out of respect, let me move it. Hey, guys, my electricity was gone. I was chasing 2 games, so I apologize. You are correct. Let me just fix it. You are correct. Apologies, guys. Apologies. I'll just remove it. Guys, I think this North African football is not make sure. No. Is it North African football? Gallants playing counter, says Rabelani. At least you can supply. Reynolds is doing nothing. Now we're losing to Abo Gallants, says notification. TK says Man United, they're struggling these days. Jude, welcome. Temiko says, did Serraro play for Cape Town City Zolo? Did he? I can look. Let me check. Let's see the lineups. The lineups yesterday. Yeah, Notata, Amato, Rhodes, and then let's look on the bench. No, there was no Serrero yesterday. North African football will kill our football. No, guys, play to the strengths of your team, guys. Play to the strengths of your team. also, I think Ukaros has only lost 2 matches up to this point, no? There's only been 2 matches that he's lost. This would be the third one. It was Raja, TS Galaxy. I think the worry for Sundowns is what if more teams just start doing this? Which is something that happened last year. Lest we forget. Last year there was a lot of this where teams were playing this low block and Sundowns was winning Kadi 1-0, scrappy 1-0 with Bomendieta coming in Kadi second half. There's the goal. Bomendieta coming in Kadi second half and scoring headers. The box being pummeled until somebody slipped or did something. It's all about concentration. So Imarumo Gallants, luckily for them, they've got that first goal. So it becomes a different game altogether. But usually this is what teams are doing. And I asked the question, Guti, is this the answer for the low block? Lognia Chincha. From chameleon to box entry football, now to this. And still no answer for low blocks. There's the counter. There's the counter. Just play it nicely. There's the counter. Oh, Gallants is so expensive when they counter. Wow. They're like the way, the quickness, but Sundowns needs to hit them fast as well. No, it's not Nedbank, it's the league. How's Los doing Lapagui? We dead. Sundowns. Away games are starting to become a problem. Shasha's always offside, says Andres. Reina's Lipita can't play together, says Tsepiso. We're watching and we're not judging. We listen and we don't judge. The counter-attack will kill us dead, eh? No. Look, you have to give credit. You have to give credit where it's due. Gallants is actually, it's a smart play that they have here. Why didn't Rivero play like these teams? You were too confident. You're too cocky. You're too cocky. That's how you win. That's how Pirates used to beat the Sundowns, like this. Then can 93rd minute. Like or. Way too cocky and way too open. Here comes the counter again. Oh, he should have played it. He made the run. Hey, they don't want to play risky passes, these ones. And that should be halftime, though. Yeah, it is halftime. Kwatilu coach. Kwatilu coach. He knows that Fleming is thing up there. Okay, let me see who's here so I can let everybody in and we can have a convo. Caroso kwatile. What's about really quite kodimo, but to kwatile. Okay, let's see. Okay, while it's still figuring itself out. Hey, this is my brother. You were asked for by name.
No, man. Sometimes when I'm not here, you should tell them what I said in advance. Because I always go to the future and tell you guys.
What's happening, man? What's happening?
Shalom, Papa Khosi and you know, you know what I said during the group, ne? I had a feeling of that this game is coming.
Yeah.
But it's a difficult one to analyze because I think silly mistakes end up neutralizing what I wanted to analyze, right? Which is fine. But I'm just gonna say it because for me, I was just looking more on the defensive side of the game because yesterday we were saying, or earlier in the morning actually, we were talking about why does Sundowns get it right defensively, you know? I think that was something that I was looking forward to, you know. And one of the things that I saw early on was Ulukase covering Mutiba, and once Mutiba recovered, he shifted back to his position. We saw Oshalulile, who was playing the wing, covering Mutiba again, you know. So that was also refreshing. And we saw how Otekana and what is his name? Otapelo were shifting. They were closer to each other, But then again, you consider such kind of goal where Alenda's not pressing enough. Not that it's his fault, but it's not pressing enough. And at the far post, Umudiba is not where he's supposed to be. So that kind of nullifies the good work that I was going to talk about compared to what we saw yesterday, But again, we move. And then one of my assessments was, and I was discussing this in the group, that doing to play against Sundowns to low block, and it is interesting that Gallants, who I know Coach Dendens believes in possession, is low blocking. And ever since time immemorial, a low block from Pitso to Rulani to Mangoba to Cardoso, we are still struggling with the low block. So maybe it's not as easy as it looks, And another thing is Alende. I think Alende is a player who's always available for the ball. He's always giving others an option. So that's one thing that I like about him. He'll always give a chance to do that. And then the last comment for me was Peter Wanyango. Even though Wanyango disappointed me by clearing the ball not supposed to passing, I was about to say his passing has improved. Shalule's first touch and playing as a winger kind of thing, he has improved. So yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna come back. Let me bring in Stereophonics. Stereophonic, welcome.
Yeah, Gallants are doing the Lord's work, even though it's halftime. But I'm actually surprised, actually. But
Yeah.
you'd figure that an approach to a Sundowns game will always be much more, I don't want to say negative, but rather defensive, low block situation, and then try and hit them the way they hit them. But hey, it's still halftime. I can't celebrate now. No way.
Can we give Coach Dendens and his team credit?
Definitely. Definitely. I mean, that's why I was saying you'd expect some form of negativity, but then you don't get that, and it's reaping rewards. And I think Agent mentioned something. But one thing we knew about Sundowns, even though we had teams that approach low block, is that they will always find a way. And even now, I'm still positive that they would find a way. But football this season has been weird. So I'm withholding further comment, but I'll say give credit. I'll give credit to them. Well done that they've reached that far. So now the onus is on them to keep it that way. But they must expect fire coming the second half.
I wanted to ask you very quickly, what do you think of Reina's Shalulile?
Look, with Renas and Shalulile, there was a plan for that, but I still feel that, I mean, I still feel that one striker will still be effective than so Renas. I think to me it's pick your struggle. That's what I feel. That you rather have Renas or Shalulile, and then have your wingers at number 10 sort of work their magic for Sundowns to score. But I don't see, it's a weird combination. I see why they did it. They're both very potent in front of goal, but I'm cautious.
Okay. I'm gonna come back. Let me bring in Ubutsale. Ubutsale, welcome to the show.
OT, this game, it's a very good stress reliever, OT, because what was done to Chiefs yesterday, it should be a crime, OT.
But don't bring it to them. Don't give it to them, man.
Aye, OT. But let me come to the game, OT. OT, I've always said, OT, Mamelodi Sundowns, one way or another, they are going to have to figure out a way to break a low block, because it's going to happen almost every week in the PSL, even in the CAF. They struggled in the CAF group stages because of low blocks, African football, OT, before I go to Marumo Gallants, I just want to speak. Marumo Gallants look very disciplined defensively, OT. Yeah. So I've always said this when Sundowns were playing Magezi and these other teams were playing a low block but not tactically disciplined, that Mamelodi Sundowns, you just need to stretch the pitch. Stretch the pitch and then let the defense shift. When the defense shifts, and then you switch the ball to the other side, and then that other side is isolated, and then creativity, it's a goal. See, that's how I think. That's how against tactically undisciplined teams, which are many in the league, Mamelodi Sundowns would penetrate that team, just stretch the pitch, overload one side, and then isolate the other side or the box. But in this specific game, it looks like Marumo Gallants is defensively disciplined, tactically disciplined, and they are staying very compact. They are pushing Mamelodi Sundowns out wide. They are going out wide. And the things about Sundowns, they are a very central team. They want to create through the middle. That's why we're seeing Ribeiro come inside as a 10. Last season we saw Ribeiro more as a right wing. He was a right winger. He was playing off the right. But now he's taking that more central role because Mamelodi Sundowns wants to play through the middle. And Marumo Gallants is staying very compact and not letting them do that. Credit to Ted Malisel, Oti. Credit, because he knew what to do, stay in a low block, and then attack the wide and bring the ball in, which is surprising to me that Sundowns are struggling with, because they have a lot of height there. Grant Kekana, Luis Suarez.
But time, I just want to ask you very quickly, can Marumo Gallants keep this up for the whole game?
Yes, I think if they stay compact and just let one or two men as offensive outlets, they can definitely keep this up for the whole game. I don't think it's a very hard thing to do on their physical selves. I think they just have to let two outlets go.
Okay. I want to bring in Menzi. Menzi, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hey, Oti, how's it? Insang out yaka.
I'm still but it's fine. Menzi, tell me, what did you think about this game?
I'm not here for anything. I'm just here to say we're watching and we don't judge. And so far, so good. Our tears are being wiped. So, hey, agent, my man, I feel sorry for you. Let Gallant hold on, because we know Sundowns can still come back. But then I wish this can happen every week. Every week that we get a game like this where teams are punishing Sundowns. That can make my heart ukuthi jabule kakhulu. But getting to the game, yeah, I think it's high time Sundowns get to know how to break a low block, like Ubuhlali said, because they have struggled against low block playing teams. And then it's a worry going to a Club World Cup, and that Sundowns will represent South Africa. So it gets me worrying a lot, because you cannot be struggling to break a low block, because going overseas, those teams will use anything that they see ukuthi uyastrugglisha ukuthi ulwe nayo. So Sundowns must get it right. And yeah, good luck to both teams. And I wish a lot Gallants can win this one, so that sizophumula manabo agent, they were like on top of us. Aye, guys, I'm not gonna say more. Ngiyabonga OT. Keep the good work going.
Thank you, my brother. Let me bring you to Sancho. Sancho, tell me about this first half.
It's a good game, Mr. OT. Very good one. I think this low block, Isulabo coach happening. I don't think there will be any coach who can break a low block. Even if we check Premier Leagues, they are struggling to break a low block. So if ever you get a coach who is good on maintaining a low block, it's gonna be hard to break it. For a coach today, that's where we will see if he can succeed with Champions League or not, because ngale Africa into awazohlangana nayo le, if ever he fails to do this side, which means he will need to do more stuff. And then other thing, this thing Sharulile and Renas is not working. It's not working because Sharulile is struggling. S18, he needs to bring Sharulile ascend. I think now, if he is clever enough, he can bring Ulitlaku or Umkulis at that side. Then who's about to keep a Vanessa swing forward. Otherwise, if ever u-10 ngabe uthi uzovala le 1-0 siyomshaya, but if ever ngasozayivala hayi uzoyiwina.
Okay. Mara, that's what I want to get to in the next round. Guys, very quickly, Agent, what must change in the second half and what's your score prediction?
The Shaluliariness thing works, but because I don't have time, I'll explain it some other time. But it works because, let me not, but I'll explain why it works some other time because of time. For me, I'll take out Rainas and bring in Umaseko and push Shaluli in the center, right? And then I'm going to take Adams and bring in O'Seals. And then I think from that we can win. Even though I think because the coach promised the Tlaku game time, maybe he might be tempted to put Ole Tlaku instead of Reina. I mean, Ole Tlaku instead of Maseko. But if it were according to me, if I was advising him, I would put on Maseko instead of Ole Tlaku. Yeah, but I think the problem with Gallants and TS Galaxy, or the difference is TS Galaxy is trained, like me and Abutu say, they're drilled to play a low block and pick the bus. Yeah. This team is not drilled to play that way. They want to break, you know. So I think Sundowns can still win this game from behind if they bring Umaseko in and no sales.
Score prediction?
Let's say 2-1.
Let me go to Stereophonic. Stereophonic, what must change in the second half for you? And what's the score prediction?
I think I agree with Agent because of how much Shalu can be a fox in the box. But my score prediction, if Sundown scores, they're gonna win. So I would give it 2-1. Yeah, and that's that.
Okay, Bukali. Score prediction and changes.
OT, I think Sundowns in this game, it's gonna be very hard to break it. I think they're gonna need a moment of magic, like a Ribeiro long shot, to change the trajectory of the game. If that does happen, then they're gonna win. But for me right now, I think it's gonna stay like this. 1-0 to Marumo Gallants.
Okay. Menzi.
They're hard ones to say Marumo is a winner, but then the reality is Sundowns gonna win 3-1.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, Mara, no. Why do you think that?
No, they always have a way of coming back. This is a great team, remember. So it's just that Buffalo Pile go first half, but they're gonna make it better with second half. So 3-1 is the score.
Sancho, what changes should be made, and what's the score gonna be?
I would prefer Letlaku instead of Umaseko. Umaseko, they know his next movement before he made it. It's similar to Usala. You know, Usala is now striking because defenders, they know his next step before he made it.
Yeah.
So I would prefer Letlaku in that side. Umkwen and Adams close to Ribeiro because there's a space. Ribeiro by 3. After that, Ribeiro there's a space. If ever I make some changes, we're gonna win 3-1. But if ever I some changes earlier, we're gonna lose 1-0.
Mara, milang bafuna abo if man.
3-1.
Thank you. Okay, guys. Thank you to the guys that jumped in on the panel. Remember, 35K likes. It is free. Tap the screen. Then I'll leave it open. And I see Pepedinho, China, Malume Kutso, Mojero, Putaseka, Senkoke in the queue here. So do them the favor by tapping the screen. It is free. And it helps me with the ranking and all of those type of things. And then kupari gift, guys. Kupari gift. Okay. I'm really impressed with Marumo Gallants. I think Marumo Gallants came in with a plan. They basically mirrored the plan that was played by ETS Galaxy. What I am seeing here is that I don't know if Marumo Gallants will be able to keep it up, because how they're defending, that's different to what Gallants was doing, is that they are going to a back 6, 4 with 2 on the side. Like if you look at it now. Now the problem becomes, if Mamelodi Sundowns decide to play that ball centrally, there's going to be a lot of 1-2s that are going to be played and shots that are taken from the top of the box, and that's going to be what's going to be scary about this game for Mamelodi Gallants. So they have to look out for that. Secondly, it's a game now of focus. It's a game of focus. It's a game of, you know what, guys? We need to chill. We need to stay on our game for the whole game. And I don't know if Mamelodi Gallants will be able to do that because they're not a team that does this normally. And the one trap they mustn't fall under, they mustn't fall into is defending with everyone. I will stand on this. I will stand on this hill forever. I'll down this hill. That, guys, you don't defend with everybody. You have to have a bit of danger so that Mamelodi Sundowns doesn't get too cocky. You leave your striker up top. You leave Abu Junior Dion up top, maybe with another player, so that if there's ever a ball that you win back after absorbing the pressure doesn't come directly straight back to you immediately, but also it gives you a chance to go at Mamelodi Sundowns' defenders 1v1, 2v2. So that's going to be very interesting to see what Mamelodi Gallants decides to do in the second half, but I don't see them holding this game all the way. I do think that this is probably going to end up with a 1-1. Sundowns will get the goal and maybe be able to fend off. Marumo will be able to fend off Sundowns for a little bit of the game, but I don't see too many goals coming in after this. Mamelodi Sundowns itself, I think they just have to decide, man. It feels like Sundowns is trying to break the low block by doing two things at once. You want to go wide and you want to play centrally and you want to have Reyners on the pitch running in behind. And for me, you need to pick one. And if I was to go about breaking this low block, I'd want the Sundowns players to come closer together in central spaces and play this game by, you know, moving the defense and that central defensive mid around with passes. You know that Mudiba is capable of doing it. You know that Allende, Ribeiro are capable of playing the ball. Adams is no slouch there too. Mokwena could come in and assist. And what you're trying to do, keep Shalulile up high on the defense so that they're sitting back a little bit. They have to take a step back and play the 1-2s for a shot. Play the 1-2s for a shot at the top of the box. That's what I would be looking for in this game now, because that's where the space is. But anyway, it is 1-0 to Mamelodi Gallants. Mamelodi Sundowns might be getting flashbacks of what happened versus the TS Galaxy, but let's see. Why is the goal lower when it's Sundowns? No, it's 35K. 35K. It's always 35, guys. Even yesterday was 35. Remember, you have Onyango there. I like Onyango. I think Onyango is a better pure goalkeeper than Williams. But Williams can do the modern football stuff better than Onyango. Oh, that's where you need a player next to Allende. That's where you need a player next to Allende to just play that 1-2, man. What's it 3-1, Mali? I never thought I would witness Sundowns lose back-to-back PSL games. Funny enough, Papas Java, it would be the first time in over 7 years. In over 7 years that Mamelodi Sundowns has done that. So that's interesting. You see, they're too far apart. Like, you want Allende and Ribeiro and Adams to be closer together there. Don't line up on the line. I don't like this thing of Sundowns lining up on the defensive line because you're taking away 4 players. 4 players are waiting for the ball now. Goal, Allende. Goal, Allende, 1-1. Goal, Allende. Mamelodi Sundowns is back in it. Allende has found the goal. Let me just get the 1-1. I started supporting Mamelodi Gallants since I was 5. Since you were 5, hey, Banda. Onyango is better than Williams. No, Onyango is not better than Williams. My Chiefs, Minyang Sundowns lose. Now it's a different game now. Gallants might get a red card. Gallants can still score 1 more goal, says Wahib. Pepedinho says Sundowns is moving the ball too quick. Yeah, is moving the ball too quick. Gallants can't keep up. Chiefs ignore my prediction. It's 3-1 Sundowns, says Butlali. Butlali said it was going to stay like this. 51 minutes in, Mamelodi Sundowns is back in. If you're wondering what the time is and you're looking at my timer and it's saying 6 minutes 54, add 45 to whatever my timer says and you'll have the time. So in this case, when it says 7 minutes, it's actually 52 minutes on the screen, plus 45. So Mamelodi Sundowns comes back into the team and they're at 1-1. Arubi's busy swearing. Why is Arubi swearing? Sundowns, Little Free State, carry Moroccan tendencies. What's the smoke now? Is this about you wanting the smoke? Ooh. 388 passes completed by Sundowns versus 119 for Imarumo. Sundowns completing 86% of those passes, whereas Marumo's only getting 68% of their passes to the man that is intended for. Look at the space at the top of the box. There's the top of the box space for somebody to just run in and take a shot. Marumo, like I said, that's the difference. TS Galaxy was going with a back five with two midfielders in front, whereas these guys are going with a back six. What happened? Yes. Sundowns fans, you can now tap the screen. But if it's the agent, where are you? Now it's game on. Brenna says referee. Divo says I started supporting Marumo Gallants since I was 5 and we'll win this one. Pepedinho, yeah, they're way too deep. They're way too deep. They're way too deep. Going on. Too many coaching changes at Sundowns in the past 8 months is not business as usual. But if they're able to get the win, what's going to happen? LH says just for one reason. Guys, that was yesterday, guys. That was yesterday. Eh?
Why don't you ask positive questions? Something nice. Okay.
Why didn't you ask for... Ow, Dion coming off. No, 10-10s. Ay, Teo, 10-10s. That's not the move. Inhliziyo yami cishe yama says uPK. You're sitting like this, I know. Niminye la nihlezi khona. Okay, it seems like there's something wrong with Junior Dion because he's gone all the way to the back. Dan Dance must go to Pirates for real, says Papa Khosi. Musa says they look tired already. Yeah, they weren't going to keep this up. Oh. If he just... Okay. There's this press that Sundowns has that they're going to start implementing. Who's the 65-minute change, Masandawana? Look, it's open. They're playing more open. Oh, hey, Marumo. Take the point, boys. Take the point. Relax on. Mtajela. Marumo is not good defensively, says Sipo. Ntanipo says the league is for Pirates is written in the skies. Heban. Pepedinho says Sundowns is moving the ball way too quick. Gallants was not gonna survive. True. But I think part of defending Mamelodi Sundowns in a mid block or a low block is not to chase the ball. And that's why I was advocating for Mamelodi Sundowns to bring the game a lot closer and start playing those quick passes through, which then makes people a bit shaky. They start trying to catch the ball and moving that side and moving that. Just close it together, play those passes, and I believe it's a snapshot that's needed. Snapshot from the top of the box, and you're going to score 2 or 3 goals here. Aruma must just win, says Sakila. Boffin says we pummel Chiefs and Pirates because they won't park the pass. Exactly, Boffin. Exactly. Hey, look at where Suarez is running into. Yeah, banna. The Sundowns doesn't want to lose, says Lungile. Menzi says problem is progress. Problem in progress. I don't like that change. I don't like that change at all. Aubrey. Aubrey, ref. Hey, Aubrey Aslulega these days. Counter. The ref call. It's going to be better if they apply the mid block and be aggressive. No. I think you have to play between mid and low block. You can't play either. Because if you play too deep, you give Sundowns time on the ball and they gain confidence. You play too high, you go into the mid, then you give Reina the chance to run in behind. So you have to manage that. You have to manage those distances of the box shots. Who scored and how? It was Alenda. He turned in the box and took a shot while falling. Caught Arubi. Guys, why are you getting yellow cards for dissent? Like, of all the things, you're seeing people are getting red cards and yellow cards willy-nilly, like Sundowns. Why would you want to get these? Oh, guys. 2-1 in favor of Marumo Gallants. Marumo should just hold on for the next phase of the game, says Papas Java. A draw will suffice, or Gallants must win 2-1. I don't see Sundowns winning this game, and they won't win against Galaxy. I don't know. I think Gallants yalasha. Oh, guys, cameraman, director, how are we missing all of these chances? Offside. Thank you, LH. Thank you, Siwela. Thank you, Papa Khosi. Thank you to Usbonelo, the broski. Okay. Wait, counter. Go, Reynolds, go. And he's lost. Now Maruma Gallants. Yeah, it's going to be ping pong, and if it's ping pong, Sundowns is taking it. This ping pong, Sundowns is taking it. Musponelo Broski, thank you to you. Thank you to Tipa, the knife, LH, Wendy, Mtizo, Tembinkosi, Tele, and Sugar Spice, Nokehla. Thank you so much, guys, for the gifts on that side. Keep them coming, please. Okay, let's see. Sundowns will lose momentum. Marumo should be patient, and they will catch Sundowns on the counter. Marumo's opening up, guys. Marumo's chasing. Look at the structure of the defense. It's gone. Marumo's chasing. I don't know why they're chasing. They shouldn't be chasing. 60 minutes in, it is 1-1. They shouldn't be chasing. Top of the box, shot. Move them around. Your chances are going to come from the top of the box, shots. That's what you do to a low block, man. Boy says Sundowns is losing. How are you doing, DJ Nuts? How are you doing? Also, Vela Lebato Kena, guys. I'll tap your screen. It's free. It's free. Once you give Sundowns a chance, they will punish you. Gallants is now losing it. Says MJ. Mr. J. Oh, wena, Ruby. Don't follow. Don't follow. Stop chasing. There's Adams, top of the box. There's Adams, top of the box. Same time shot, boy. Should have taken it same time. Here comes the counter. Ooh, tried to play it in for Mhango there. OT against small teams, it should be 25k. Ah, it's a punky free, man. Oh, if free. Sundowns yapora says Lebza. DJ Nat says, bakwenze, hayi ngiyeke, asikhulumi ngendaba zayizolo. Really, for sales. So he's expecting an open game. He's expecting Reyners to get a lot of space on the counter. Not a change I would have made, but okay, let's see. Sundowns should come back there, says Ria. The winning trend says H salesman with an assist says Korani. Marumo 2-1 says Lebza. How sales Matot? Salash. Yeah, there's the space that coach wants. There's the space that coach wants. Oh, somebody should have ran to the top of the... I'm going to say top of the box how many times? Oh, Salesh. Yeah, building the play. Yaltunga, man, salesman. Here we go again. Thank you, Tumileng. Thank you, Papa Khosi. Thank you, LH. Let me see what's happening on YouTube so I can read these comments too. Yeah, I think Marumo Gallants is losing this one now. They're making the game too exciting. But mina. It's a referee again. Yeah, Paris match was cancelled due to rain. Also says 2-0 to Gallants, even though now it's 1-1. So I'm guessing that's from halftime. Gallants is fighting Shemakfani, says Wendy. Echile, please, Sundowns, pethi imali yelunch kusasa says usizwe. Mara now, pethi imali yelunch. Ay man. Vele wayifaka vele. Uzakheri tuslainyana. Tuslainyana with some ngebutter. It's a Tsepiso. 6-1 says DJ Nuts. Yo. Pitch inspectors are abandoning games. Yeah, they're doing their job. Like I told you guys last time. What did I say? I said to you guys that no, if the Loftus pitch was that bad, it's the job of the match commissioner to go, hey, we're not doing this. So the pitch was waterlogged there by Pirates, and I don't think that stadium, the Mpumalanga Stadium, has the best drainage systems, which we should ask questions about the quality of the stadiums we play in, but it is what it is. Shot! Maruma's not fearing Sundowns. Maybe they should, eh? Oh, Cavadino. Oh, Cavadino. This is why you don't bring on Cavadino Mhango, guys. Ay, Mhango bayamthanda. Why bamthanda so Mhango? Who's that? Who's that? Fans are so angry. Sundowns needs to do something here, man. Aye.
Wake up, wake up, nigga, wake up, nigga. Wake up, nigga.
Look at where Suarez is, guys. What's it, GNU? Yeah, it's going to be their downfall. You don't play Sundowns open, guys. Okay, there we go, there we go, there we go. Abadino Shem. When it's not his day, it's not his day. Top of the box, man. I'm gonna scream it until they do it, man. Come on, number 9. Zindoga. Hey, Zindoga or Rato Tribula, man. Love the way Sales turns. He has a killer turn. Says Rabelani. Big Sana says Loftus was fine. Paris was just Tatazelik. Papa Java says Mango will get a goal on counter. DJ Nuts. Ay, man. Ow. Mara DJ Nuts.
Let me answer that question on Monday.
Oh, you guys are becoming too. Yeah, but you took him out. You took out Dion. So who are you crossing to, Gash? Oh. Okay, Gallants. Okay, Gallants. The dog. You're holding the ball too much, man. What happens, says Melvin? Hey, guys.
Let me answer that question on Monday.
Please. Little Naman.
Why don't you ask positive questions? Something nice.
Okay, 69 minutes in. 69 minutes in. Let's see. I bet Sundowns wins over 1.5. Well, okay, it still can be done. Yeah, that's not a bad bet. It still can be done. I did say it's a draw, says Senzo. Ooh, third man runs. Did you guys hear what Gavin said yesterday? He said, hey, I play off of the third man. Shot. Top of where? Top of where? Top of the box. Mudiba lineup. Simple is this thing, man. I don't know why we complicate football so much. On Monday, TJ, on Monday. Put us Dali this weekend, Tina, because Royal AM is Royal AMing there. 70th minute, it is still 1-1. Gobson says, Mhango, please make things happen. Rabelani says, Sundowns keeps shaking Gallants. Itumilang says, Pirates want Sundowns to lose and their games in hand are not make sure. Ooh, Sundowns have completed 496 of their passes versus only 176 from Gallants. Tells you a lot about. That was going to be the perfect flick on. What a ball! What a ball, Mhango! Oh, Zindoga. What a play! Jeez, man! But get back, Gallants, then get back and defend. What a play! That was very close. What do you think will be the result? I said 1-1. Oh, don't get too cocky now. Don't get too cocky now. But Gallants, just hold on, says Utemba. Oh. Mm. Mm. Cut back, cut back, cut back, cut back. Mhango money. Again, Sundowns and crosses. Oh, hey, Gallants is dancing now. They're turning on the dance side of their team. But the more they dance, the more they open up at the back too. I still think taking off Peter was the problem. Reyners should have come off. Gallants is strong. No, Gallants can play. Problem is they're finishing. Hango should have played the ball back to the Zintoga. Zintoga, okay? Number 9. Very selfish, Hango. Take the shot, Aubrey. Take the shot. Gallants play way better than Chiefs. Keep. Please. Amazulu and Zanjani. Amazulu, let me look. Let it go, Cabatino. How? Evan, the pain gets worse by Soweto and Tonton. Oh yes, wait, let me check for Amazulu. Amazulu is losing 2-1 to Skukune. Tupido. Tiwani. Oh, Mkulise. Draw is good for the league, but a win for Gallants. Yo. Prasem says, OT, the group is quiet. I'm here now. Aye. Hango Tagiwing. Velile. Like so many chances. Crazy team, Mr. OT, are you a genuine member? No, I'm not a genuine member. I don't have time for news, guys. My team is struggling right now. I don't have time to give my energy to anybody else. Mudiba off. Interesting changes here. But the pound for pound, Mango, une papalaza, guys. How, Mango? How many times? I don't know what these changes are going to do for Sundowns, eh? I don't know. 74 minutes in, it is still 1-1. Okay, here they go again. Yeah, but... File lo muntu. Adams will never start a game. Mark my words, says Sugar Spice. Konzeni says small teams are taking these games serious. Jackson says trust the coach with changes. Very good, says Jackson. Jackson's vintage. Konzeni, welcome. But he finished the game, Mr. Rev. Uprasem. Let's see the so-called master of substitutions, says Papa's Java. Mhango wants individual brilliance. That's the problem, says Itumeleng, and then DJ Nas 661. That's why Mhango is great when he's alone. Like if he's playing as a lone striker and you're trying to break on counters, it makes sense. But for the build-up that Imarumo Gallants is doing right now, you need somebody who can hold the ball and bring other players into the game. Umango literally looked at a defender in front of him, and there were 2 guys open next to him, and he was like, no, I'm going to step over and do all of this stuff. Siamaz, we know him, Ukabatino. We know what he's like. They're tired. Crazy team. Kulisa 29. You didn't know him, Kulisa. Agent, I won. The eternal youngster, Yamabri Sundowns, Kim Kulise. Wait until you find out how old Nkosi Ngobo is. Kulise is treated like Kulise is treated like he's a youngster. Like he came from DDC a year ago. He's 29, guys. You guys really thought he was young. Maybe that's why I'm getting so much hate when I speak about Mkhulise. Y'all think that he's still got time. Or that he's like a project. Okay. Rabelani says 2-2 Amazulu scored. Thank you for the update there, Rabelani. I thought Mkhulise was 26. But at 34 and Tita 35, speed point decline. Ngobo should be 27. Because in Pile Ngobo. Oh, it's 25. Okay, he's actually young. Never mind, he's 25. Never mind. Guys, Gavin Hunt had 900. Last night was 999 matches for Gavin. No. Oh, there's the goal. Oh, there's the goal. You can't defend forever. And who gave the ball? What did I say about sales, guys? Who gave the ball? Yeah? Salash. Namazu Salash. That is in Donga to Pirates. Oh, Nyamfuna Prasem. Yes, Mkhulise is old now. Salash doesn't score, but he loves to assist. What a ball. What a ball. Gallants went to sleep there. What did I say about sales coming with an assist? Says Korani. Timiko says goal. Told you about the changes. Notification says yes. Sales win dot. Salesh. Oh, Salesh. Defense. Defense went to sleep there. Ribeiro with another goal. Isn't that 10 in the league now? It was on a roll, guys. Player of the season as scored, says Lebza. As transaction went through, says Wendy Matebs. I told you who would win. H defense respects sales and the subs of me and the coach. I wanted sales, me. I don't know about the other subs, but sales, I wanted sales. I was just asking whether Reynolds is the right man to keep on the pitch, because I think sales would love Shalulile. It's on 10. It's on 10 now, Michelle. Kana Michelle yesterday was busy telling me about her man. Watch Gallants equalized before stoppage time, says Big Sid. I got the Sundowns in a strife, says Misoguhle. Nice Sundowns, says Lolly. Rabelani says credit to sales. Go to the group and check my prediction, Mr. OT, says Lebza. Hey, Nangu 3. Latile, Laika, Latile 3. Oh. Avulagila masango. There we go, 3-1. Sundowns leading Marumo Gallants. I love Marumo Gallants now. Sales will start to show us what he's capable of doing now. Mara Jackson's vintage. I told you guys about sales from day one. That we saw him. That no, that man is not a striker. He's an assister. He wants to assist. Should have been sales for Reynolds though. But at least Reynolds scored because the defense fell asleep. Open the panel. I want to hear from those who are in the panel. Hey, 35K. 35K. Kilikupila kir. 35K. Amazulu trailing now. Yo ziawamos. I said it OT3-1, says Butlale. Amasango ovulekile, guys. It's over. DJ Nat says 6-1. Can I sing with you, says Sky? Angazi, guys. All I know is that I'm guys. It's open now. What a pass. I'm just saying 4-1 is on the cards. My ticket is safe now. They got tired low. Q-Boy says, where's Mr. Agent? I hope he marked my words. The pain is landing in Soweto. Can we get another 4, says Michelle? I told you sacrifice 1. Oh, Mhango. I'm still crying about the Mhango change. Taylor's injured. Arauti, I rectified my prediction. When have you ever seen you change a slip in the middle of the game? You don't change the slip in the middle of the game. You made your bed. Oh, Ribeiro. Oh, bus on. Wala me mati. Mitsa akena. Lucas Kista. Hey, they're winning. Yeah, they're winning, Busi. They're winning. $35K, guys. $35K. Okay, we're close. We're close. Why last minute, eh? When things are not going well, people don't want to jump in. But when things are going well and slips are saved, now you guys want to jump in. Kalebona. Okay, 35K. Let me see who's here. Hi, welcome to the show.
Konke kuhamba kahle, konke kuhamba kahle. Siyabonga moyo ongcwele. Othi,
Yeah.
hey,
Letadile. Sky,
hey.
what are you feeling about this game?
Ndoda, Usaili is a game changer, chief. If you can check ama movement wakhe, and the technical team yethu and the team play as a whole, they have changed the game because I did see ukuthi Sundowns izowina. Yabona. But the thing bengasi aware ukuthi soba frustrated ngendaba ye-goal first goal abayikorile. But bebangangithusi mina. Yabo. But lokusalako ne uthi
Yeah.
we are just sending a message somewhere. So bona i-TS Gallants. Wena ngizokubona ngeyi-1 ngiya-TS Gallants. They must pay for their sins. Angibuze Brian.
Ufuna ukubuza manje nisayisabi low block, or is it a case yokuthi mana ama team we-PSL bangayenza low block for 60 minutes mara to see out the game angeke bakhona?
Yeah, that's the thing they bashaya because they are doing a low block and then they are creating chances. Bayeza ngaleyo ndlela leyo. So nathi mabenza lento leyo, our technical team, they are studying the game. It's okay, these people badlala ngale ndlela le. So how can we break them up? It's easy to break ama team PSL. It's easy.
Yeah.
Yabona. Because abanye basaba babalekela iscore singabe high, abanye bathi hayi. Sine siya meant to pound. So kushaya 4 ngenza pound to pound.
Manje ngitshele.
So
no, begithi before Mike zoyenzakalani when you play against lawo ma team man from up north. Lava bakhona concentrate. Isn't something that you should be working on ngala ma game lawo?
No, it's something le into leyenzakalako lana manje ne. If you can check, ilento ukuthi okay, this thing is happening in South Africa in the PSL. So they are giving us ideas ukuthi even how to break lama low block wabo laba wenzako. Uyangibamba?
Yeah.
You can't defend for in the first 10 minutes, first 5 minutes when I saw defend the game. You
Yeah.
can't do that.
Yeah.
Same thing leya jisa yini amagezi adlala ne-Sundowns. Acoral goal. First 10 minutes onke baphizi badefenda labantu. Uyayibona so sabashaya 2-1. Lucky ke bona sabashaya 2-1. Uyayibona?
Yeah. Okay.
So ama-low block for thina Sundowns asinankinga. You can do ama-low block, but at the end of the day there are many ways to kill a cat, and it's okushaya.
Okay. Mara, for time, let me bring in Agent.
Yeah, abuti kuta red flag, eh?
Oh.
Anaganele nna ka bo go tile time. Long time. So red flag.
Okay, Manje. Yo, come back, Agent. Wait.
Keeper.
No. Cricket space, man. Come, Agent.
Oh, the space come to Wuang. I was
No, it disappeared now. Oh, let me let him talk. Wait, Agent.
Yeah, you're just proving us right, but it's fine.
Uta.
Thing is that
Agent, you say.
First things first, let's not get it twisted. Sundowns, we struggle with a low block. We struggle. We only opened this team up because they decided not to play a low block. They decided to go for a mid block now. And then I think Abuti Khoza and I discussed in the comments that this team is not drilled to play a low block. So they're always going to be tired. And Abuti Khoza used the word that they overworked themselves. So spaces are always going to open up, So I think we shouldn't get it twisted. The first 45 minutes were an extension of the TS Galaxy game. I think even Coach Cardoso's feeling, like someone said, even Pep always cares about the low block, even Arteta. So maybe this thing is not as easy as we put it to be. Now, also on the sub side, yes, Reina scored, but personally I would have taken him out for sales and left Pitalo.
Yeah.
But then again, he's the master tactician. He left Reina's on and it won, and he scored. So we give kudos to him. And the subs to put to overload the midfield. I think that was a good what is the word? A good tactical plan. Yeah.
You just got another red card, Agent. You just got another red card.
For who now? I'm a bit behind. What's happening now?
Onyango got a red card. Onyango's off.
Havana.
Another one.
Yeah, no, I think this thing. Oops. I think this team sham is. Let me not go there. Let me discuss the game yesterday. I think maybe I've been targeted as usual, but anyways, let me not go there. Even though
yeah. Okay. There we go. Yeah.
It is a red card. It's a red card. Actually, it's fine. Here's the thing. The Reiners and Peter Shalule thing, why it works, right? Especially against the low block, is what we're trying to do is both of them can play as a 9. So we're trying to alternate them. Both of them can go out wide. Shalule has improved himself in that aspect. So Shalule can go out wide, Reiners can go out wide. So you're able to interchange them during the game. That's why you play them, and that's why they balance each other out. Just because it has not been working recently doesn't mean in practice it's not working. I think it has been working well. Yeah.
Okay. For time, I'm going to jump in and I'm going to go back up to Malume Kuto.
Mr. Uti, bayitize vale red card. Kungena bani epalini manje? Awaphelanga
Kungena Morena.
Thapelo Mrena.
Yeah.
Marumo must just attack all out. But shoot them from all over. But you know what, Mr. Uti? First half, first half when you ask Mr. Uti, can Marumo do it sustain? I just said I'll be shocked if they can actually walk back onto the pitch. The way they had overworked themselves, Mbone towards no, Onyango must be punished for what he's doing. That's a straight raid. Bamnigi yellow, Salwa, Laupizu, Haka, Tabuza Nomre. No. You can't disrespect the game like this, even kissing on the field. But anyway, as Mr. OT, the way Dion, when he sat down first half and touched his calves to show cartel, it said everything about how hard they worked. And when you look at the tactics deployed, it's two extremes. It's their normal tactics, which is tiki-taka, and the extreme of overworking without the ball. So moving from that extreme, having prepared for only maybe 3 days or a week, you can't sustain the energy level, Mr. Uchi, because the other one demands a lot on energy, the other demands on concentration. So you are bound to suffer. And unfortunately, Mr. Uchi, I saw them ushaya equipment. Scorer. No, in terms of this, Marumo can make it too. Just put it on target, leave Mr. Uti. But good game from Marumo. They just lacked energy. Abai push.
I want to bring in DJ Nuts. DJ Nuts.
Hey, OT.
6-1. Looks like it's going to be 3-2 now.
Yes. Mina uncle ngago wena uthi it's part of the game, man.
Yeah.
I think Onyango they took one for the team, but then the red card said manje all the games that we must always have a red card. It's gonna be a problem for us. I don't know how they should look on it, but it's not pleasing at all. But credit to the coach. You can see Buffett dala nkhuluma lo cells lo. Lembona cells Buffett. Ingwenya le. Abazabana bamred Buffett ucells ingwenya Buffett. I've been saying last week the guy doesn't score goals, but he assists a lot of goals.
Yeah.
I think if you look at Amasteta Kama assist, I think he's going head to head Nomufuken, if I'm not mistaken. But now with this one, maybe he's ahead. The guy is good. Just that I think we are playing him in a wrong position. That guy is not a striker. That guy is a very good midfielder. And he does a lot of work in our midfield. But just that I think he is being played in a wrong position. But anyway, good game. Congratulations to Morena as well. Is the only goalkeeper that is gonna have a clean sheet this season.
Even Kimang Libusa.
Libusa Lena got a clean sheet. So yeah, we one of that team that produced very good goalkeepers then. Clean sheet the whole season. Nothing behind the net. But good game, man. Thanks for the analysis.
No, thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. Ricky, can you clean? Yeah. Nah. Okay, clean.
How's it, my brother?
Ay, kumuna man clean.
Yeah, wait, Mr. Oti, I wanted to speak about something. You remember there was a study that was conducted during the World Cup Yago Russia on African teams, and then that study concluded that most of the African countries, when the game gets to 80, or they said when the game from 70 minutes to 90 minutes, they become disorientated, meaning go like they become so disorientated to a point when you look them from the eye. So I'm trying to answer a question now: is it sustainable to play a low block? Yes, it's sustainable to play a low block, but the sustainability, it all boils down to one thing. It all boils down to concentration of the players. But how do you get your players to concentrate for 90 minutes? It's a coaching question. Coaches must answer this question. Or how are we going to get our players to be focused for the full length?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
then another question I want to answer is this question of why is Mamelodi Sundowns struggling with a low block? The reality is that every strategy needs that one key player who everything is going to go around him. So what I'm thinking, I'm thinking, well, if Sundowns had one, we were going to go Berto something different, because you must remember Zwane is the thinking tank. You understand my point? So I'm saying Mamelodi Sundowns, yes, is struggling with the low block, but they are lacking that thing who is going to say, but gents, we are rushing. And then another thing, if you look at the Ribeiro has a tendency of drifting. When you're playing against the low block, this mentality of drifting, you must do it in a way that is controllable, and then it will be effective. You cannot start to drift on that on the loaded side, and then when you're drifting you want to carry the ball on the loaded side. You understand my point? He needs to play the ball quicker and shift as he plays the ball.
Okay.
I get wrong, Mr.
No,
Oti.
Kahuta, yeah. For
Yeah,
time
thank you.
though, for time then, Eriki can kebata chero, Chero.
Oti,
How are you, my brother? 3-1, you're winning.
you know, sometimes like the police, we always say they don't work until they come looking for you. Then you realize, Oti, these guys. Yeah, Oti. Yeah, I'm happy, man. You know, finally, see this game. I'm convinced about my coach. Finally, you know, because he can unlock, he can see our mistakes a team and have a solution. Because this issue we're talking about now, yellow block, I think we're being unfair on Sundowns. I mean, every team struggles with low block. Playing against low block is not fun, you know. If it's well organized and your opposition has got energy, it's not easy to penetrate until the last 20 minutes when they get tired, because they are chasing constantly. So it's always gonna be like this when you're playing a low block against Pirates, which is an open game. That's why you see it goes early, and you know, chances are being created. But low block is very difficult. You need a relief. I think we saw that. I wouldn't say SuperSport was playing a low block yesterday, but they had elements of a low block, but they had release. Yourselves, man, when they release Yalomfana lo Unekovic. So it wasn't like a constant low block. They'll play it for a certain time, but they always had relief. They always had that ball out. So if you're gonna play now with a team which is in the back for the whole half, it's very difficult to break that until the last 20 minutes of the second half. I mean, we see it overseas, we see it only Man City could, but not now. They can't even do it now if they're playing against a team, you know. So I think we're being unfair, but it's a good performance from our guys.
Okay. For time's sake, let me bring in Peperinho.
Evening. It's a great honor to be in this tournament for the first time. Yeah.
I welcome. You're always welcome.
Thanks for that. I will talk about the low block issue. It's not an issue. I think each and every team, because of obvious, we can see as Sundowns has players who are very technically good. So I believe that each and every team, if it's the strategy that they feel that it will work for them, they should come up with it. And we all know Dan Marcel, I believe he's a ball playing coach, but this time around he saw that, okay, sharp, we are playing against Sundowns. Last time we tried to match them with the very same style of play that they play. They got 5. So let me try something different. And then, honestly speaking, they win this game, they could have won it, but somehow, I think they went back too much, and then that cost them the game. And obviously, with low block also, you got to have those. You must try and cheat, man. Don't go at the back, all of you. Cheat, have those two, three players, and then suffer. That counter attack and beat Clinical because they got their chances. They could have scored the second goal before Sundowns equalized. So yeah, I think they did try their best, but somehow Sundowns deserved to win the game because of they kept on pushing until it break.
Okay. No, Pepinho, for time, guys, for time, I'm not going to be here long. I need to go. So my thoughts will be out in about an hour's time. This is how I feel about it. I said about Pirates the other day that 95% of the games are going to be like that. You're going to come out, and even if you don't deserve to win the game, you're going to win it because you've got more concentration than the other team. Low block, it's hard to sustain a low block for 90 minutes. And it's hard not to make a mistake for 90 minutes. For those who are unsure of that thing, remember Mamelodi Sundowns, Yaga Rulani. How many games did they win? 1-0 that were based on the team was sitting back. Then there came a time where the team decided that everybody must go back and they started getting pummeled. Not to mention the fact that this is a Gallants team that doesn't play like this. You saw a little bit of how Gallants plays normally. They play like passing in between themselves and doing all that. So where you give them credit is that they came into this game versus Sundowns and they said, we're going to do something we're uncomfortable with. We're going to sit back and hold Sundowns back and defend deep, well, mid to deep, and we're going to stay there. But we're going to have some threat going forward. The issue is that Sundowns is too good. So what tends to happen with most PSL teams is you can't stay focused for 90 minutes. You can't concentrate for 90 minutes. And Sundowns, through the experience they have in Africa, the experience they have in playing big games and all of that stuff, Pirates is the same. They have that last little bit of focus to take it away. And you have to give Mamelodi Sundowns credit because this wasn't an easy, straightforward game. They struggled in this game, but they were able to come away with the win and also to go 3-1. I think the introduction of Sales was great. Sales, like I said before, when I was calling for the sub, is that Sales gives you somebody who likes to pass the ball. Maybe you don't need to have two strikers. Have somebody who can play as an extra midfielder who's just looking to put the ball in. Because my best way for breaking a low block, in my opinion, is that you have to start moving the ball around. Play the ball a lot quicker, a lot closer, and pull the guys out. If you saw the goal that was scored there by Sales, I know it wasn't necessarily that, but when he played the ball across, all of those players were all over the place. Not to mention tired, as Agent and Malume Kutsu alluded to here as well, or said here as well. So Mamelodi Sundowns, well worth the win. They march on, coming from behind. Another red card, which is something that they have to look into. The red card to Sundowns, the disciplinary record is not very good, and it's going to cost them. It's going to cost them big time at some point. But guys, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you to Tommy, Papa Khosi Kodani, Itumeleng LH Siwela, Sbonelo Tipa, Wendy Menzi Mtizo, Tembinkosi, Tele, Papa Khosi, Sugar Spicy, Mtanasekaya, Serge, and Kesha. Thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you to those that jumped onto the panels. Thank you to everybody that commented as well. And thank you for choosing to spend your time with me. I'm not going to be in tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm not going to be in. I'm shooting the other show, which we shoot very late. But I will be back on Friday this time. I will be here on Friday. And we'll have conversations about what we're seeing and preview what's going to happen over the weekend. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you then on Friday. I've got a video that I dropped today, episode 11 of my podcast I dropped today. Please check it out on YouTube. Link is in my bio. If you're on YouTube now, check it out. I'm speaking about the Saleng issue, but the things around the Saleng issue because, guys, but I put out a video, so please check it out. My match reaction will also be out in about an hour and a half. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Let's see what Abo Madrid can do. Bye, everyone.